The Newz Show.
Hey, what?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hoodz and Newz Show. You see, we got the whole motherfucking crew back. The whole crew, not just 3 people, not 2 people, not 1, not, man, everybody, the whole original cast. Everybody been asking where the Hoodz and Newz Show been at, man. We here. We ain't go nowhere. Everybody just be busy as shit. I know I'll be busy. Damo, you be busy? Anyway, you definitely be busy. Shit, Giselle always be. She don't even be busy. She just don't want.
Oh, stop!
She just don't want to be here.
I hate it. Don't try to make it like that because I be busy too.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Big degree.
Big
Thank
degree.
you. Thank you.
Big degree, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, we're gonna talk about everything. You know, it's a lot been going on out here. Yeah, man. So we're gonna get to the first discussion. Shooting, Southeast DC. The boy was it? The boy's place, right off of
the
34th.
boys.
Yeah.
34, but I think it happened on 33rd.
Yeah, right off of Minnesota Avenue. 21 people shot. One 17-year-old killed. I think it was a female police officer in critical condition.
Yep.
She fighting for her life right now. And yeah, it's just crazy situation, man.
That stuff made CNN.
Made CNN.
Real?
Yeah, it made national news. Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know that. I don't watch CNN.
I saw it on Twitter.
I saw it on Twitter. I think they spoke about it a little bit on CNN too.
They did.
They spoke about it a little bit, man. Like, you know, just for that to happen in the nation's capital, they like, dang, you know. I mean, what's everybody's thoughts? Because I ain't really got no thoughts on it.
I mean, it ain't really much we can say that ain't already been said, for real, for real. We're gonna be honest, because at this point it'd be like beating a dead horse. Like, it's sad, but in reality, you know, we know what come with gatherings in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to have a gathering in somebody's hood, you can't really place the blame on nobody. Like, it's a lot of finger pointing. When in reality, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is the wrong person to be at the wrong function, and the wrong people want to see that person. That's that. It don't matter who. You know what I'm saying? You could set up a perfect event. You could not have alcohol. You can. You know what I'm saying? All these, and something still could have possibly happened. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time this happened. Unfortunately, it happened on Brother's Place. It happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, at the end of the day, you just got to know your city. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Washingtonian, you born and raised here, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad as it is, but you gotta expect the worst when you step out. You gotta know what come with that. Is this worth me potentially being shot at? You know what I'm saying? You can blame the shooters. You can blame, man. Listen, man. The same people that glorify and listen to all the music where they talking about walk down and I got my 30 and I got my 50 and I'm a, you know what I'm saying? So don't listen to that music and glorify that music, and then when they actually live in their raps, then point the finger like, oh, da 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 da. At the end of the day, something got to be done. I don't have the answer. I don't know what need to be done. It's senseless violence, yes. You know what I'm saying? But it's been going on forever, since I was a kid. I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C. I've seen this over and over and over again. So I'm not pointing the finger at this generation like it's only them. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. Now, maybe it wasn't as many mass shootings and, like, you know, just crowds and all that. But, you know what I'm saying? You would have to look back in history and go, you know what I'm saying, Google and see what happened. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man,
I ever recall so many females getting
that the females going about it is different.
I know females was getting shot, but usually most time it was a female getting shot. She had something to do with something. Right. Like she was in the streets or she had something to do with something. You know what I'm saying? So usually that's when a female became a victim. But now it's just women are just coming out. You know. Yeah. And I want to add you on that though about, you know, like, I think we talked about that last time because I know there was another shooting that happened, and I know we talked about that because it's been a big old debate about, you know, women going to these cookouts and stuff like that all over Instagram.
Well, at this point, I feel like, yes, like, some stuff got to be lessons for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I be feeling like if you could predict the outcome of something, don't go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, me knowing, okay, this positive person set up a positive event. It's not on him if this go wrong. He's bringing the city out. What do you expect? Like, what are you going to expect to happen? Fights? People drunk? Everybody don't know how to carry themselves when they drunk. Everybody don't know how to carry themselves when they beefing, and they don't know how to keep that at home or keep that where they from. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know how to hold that in. So if I'm going to predict the outcome of something, I'm not going to go. Like, that situation, I feel like it was not like, oh my gosh, it was like a mass shooting. Like, oh my gosh, they shot the cookout for them. Like, that was expected.
Exactly.
Like, that's been going on. This been going on our whole summer. Like, this is nothing new.
Surprising.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's not nothing to be shocked over. Yes, 25 people got shot, but at the end of the day, this happened all the time. Like, it's just the 25 number, I think, that's throwing people over. Okay, but when it's 10 people, when it's 9 people, that's the same. Like, it's still innocent bodies dropping. This is not like a surprise. I don't know why everybody's acting so shocked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at this point, I feel like, yeah, like, females, like, you should know, like, don't risk yourself to have this good time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, I don't feel like the men should be protecting us. Like, think about it. Like, when it's a shootout, how do y'all want a man to protect y'all? Like, it's all for self at that moment. They gotta people want to get home to their kids too. You think somebody focusing on a female in front of them when they trying to duck? Like, people blaming the men that was there. People like pointing a finger like men need to protect that woman every time a woman gets shot. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like protect yourself. There's plenty of ways you can protect yourself. Don't go. Have something to defend yourself and know what to do in situations like that. People who go into these cookouts don't even know what to do when they start shooting. Did you see how many people were just running straight in the middle of the street?
That's all you're going to do.
That's why bodies dropping.
What was that movie? It was like, what's the protocol when the gun is in your face? That's real though. Like, people act like they got the answer.
I feel like don't go if you don't know what to do. Like, I was always taught to get low. Like, why are y'all running head up? Like, the cookout was that people was dropping because they was just running. Because they scared, they're drunk. Like, you don't even know what to do in that moment. Like, why are you there? Like, you don't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, leave the hood for hood, motherfuckers. Everybody ain't meant to be in the hood. Like, most of the people that was brought out ain't negative people, ain't beefing. These probably people who just support the person who threw it. Like,
and that's, let me speak on that, right? Now, let's say this event was in a park, right? And then it happened. I would feel differently. But at the end of the day, I feel like the burden lies on the city. Because y'all knew how many people, you knew it was going to be over 50 people turn out for this event. Let's be realistic. It was promoted on social media. Y'all seen it. You can't erase what one person has done. He's done more good than bad because this isn't a negative that he did. He didn't spend. I don't even think he was dead. You feel what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that it happened. Somebody trying to set up an event for people to have fun. It went left. So be it. But does that erase everything that a man has done?
What? Like, that's
positive before. Okay. This one thing erase all of that? You know what I'm saying? That's like people, I seen so many people tagging this guy and like basically placing the blame on him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, damn, so what, niggas can't have a cookout? So even if I take the liquor away and I just have a cookout and it still happened, it's still my fault? Like, I don't understand. Like, what you mean? Like, people want to... Like I said, the city got to do something because people want to get out. They've been quarantined. They want to have fun. The weather is nice. People want to go outside. So if you know people want to go outside, it's kind of like the responsibility of the people in power to do a better job at protecting the citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Like, my thing, at the end of the day, I feel like, I don't know why he's getting blamed for what other people did. Like, I don't be hearing nobody blame nothing when it's just a regular hood nigga throwing a cookout.
I think it was more so people was like, oh, people told you don't do it. We got coronavirus.
That don't matter. That doesn't matter.
They went to pool parties with coronavirus and no mask. So what difference?
I feel like they're doing it because it's him.
That's not my opinion.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they're doing that because it's him. Because at the end of the day, how many events been going on before his?
They said they already had 4. They already had 4 cookouts there before, and it was all peaceful ones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So erase the other 3 and the one to go bad and make everything horrible. That's just that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not.
No, this
cool.
was the 5th one.
Oh, this would have been the 5th one. So erase all 4. The only one that counts is the one that went bad. He had. That's if we looking at percentages. That's a small percent of. You know what I'm saying? Like, 90% successful events.
It was all of his cookouts every morning.
Yeah, I guess this was an annual
every
year.
I heard they just been big supporters of him, and they just they wear his clothes and
Bro, like,
support him. So
like
it's
that's
just
like
they
that's like
come together.
like he's a public
Nah,
figure.
it is cookout.
Of course, he's going to bring the city
Yeah,
out.
from out there.
He it's not like me throwing a cookout somewhere and I bring me who know people. Like it's not going to be as big as if he throw a cookout. Like he's going to bring everybody out. But
Hold
some
on, you
people,
said if you throw a cookout?
if I
Oh, no, they coming. Stop playing, bro. The city coming out, man. The whole South coming out, man.
no, it wouldn't be like that.
South coming out. Yes,
That
it would,
cookout
Mo.
looked like the little
Yes, it
band
would.
stuff, the Mochella.
Yeah, it was more than that. For real.
Like it looked
And I
like
think this
a
one was.
Mochella,
I think overall this one was big over everything, just because of everything that was going on. Because he does it every year, and it's always a nice crowd. But it's like this year, with everything going on with the pandemic and everything like that. This one was like you had people that usually don't go out to these joints going out.
Right.
Yeah. And
Now watch this.
I just feel like
Mochella is only successful and does not have a high violence rate because of where they have Mochella at. If they had Mochella in
and
somebody's
let's
hood,
and let's not forget it's
Man,
permanent.
Southside Mochella.
And it's permanent.
like in the hood, who hood it was in?
It was all. It was
but it was
police
permanent.
outside.
It was permanent. They
Oh,
had
like a
permit.
drive-through though.
It was a walk.
But every Mochella
I
had
don't know
a
if Precious did
permit.
days.
So ain't nothing going on. They was shutting
streets.
streets off for that, cutting streets off for that.
Right.
Police was standing outside their cars for that.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't like a central.
It
place.
wasn't like me going to the hood. Like,
Yeah.
but even with that situation, like
I mean, East Street just had.
I was about to go to the cookout because I'm like, it's his cookout. Like he's
I
so
was on my way.
positive. I don't think nothing gonna happen. It's his
I
cookout,
was on my way.
but you
Like,
can't
if he
always
did it
think
on-
like
like,
that.
if he
I
Like,
got the text. I was on my way and I got the text.
Yeah, if he did it on 8th and H or something like that, hell no, that wouldn't even
I feel like it would happen anyway.
You feel like it would have happened anyway?
Yes.
depends who it is.
Did you see who was like the people that was brought out, the people that came out? Like, I feel like it would have went bad regardless, because people don't care right now. Like, they don't care. Like, nobody not worried about no police. They was shoot. Did you see the videos of them shooting by the police was coming down the street? Like, they don't
Yeah, they
care.
still shooting.
Like, that's not stopping nothing. Because guess what? The police not gonna move while they shooting anyway.
Yeah, facts.
Guys.
But I just don't feel like, I'm just tired of hearing the preachers like put the guns down. Like, nobody not putting their gun down. Not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening unless they do a city wipe of guns. Like, and how that's gonna happen? Cause they got ghost guns.
Yeah, they just making guns.
Like, so at the end of the day, like that's not gonna stop. But you can't keep saying put the guns down, stop the violence when we still got music that's promoting violence, when we still have people who looking up to people promoting violence, when we're all living in it. Like, how is it? It got to stop all around the board. It's just like a thing that's never gonna end.
It can stop by people who thinking like that, by conscious people doing what they supposed to do. Doing more than what they supposed to do for real. Wasn't nobody on this earth really put here to just be like wild people and act this shit. You really gotta. If we all who think like that come back to a lot of people move out the hood and never even look back, go to the suburbs and it's just like, alright, I'm here. Forget the. If all of us who conscious minded or really do what we supposed to be doing, it'd be a little better. I really feel like it'd be a little better. Starting with the music, you got this shit called. I ain't even see the video yet. This WAP.
Is it WAP or
It's
WAP?
WAP.
Whatever it is, that's just an example.
It's
like,
WAP.
That's
Spelled
She
WAP.
said WAP. WAP.
WAP,
She said
WAP,
that.
MOP, Trent, whatever it is.
She says WAP in the song.
That's wild. And it's
What's
stuff
wild?
like that.
What does that
The
stand
the music that's glorified is the music that talk about.
So you're gonna say that's wild, but I don't hear you saying nothing about niggas saying how they deal with drugs and how they smoke
That's
weed
wild.
and
All
how
of
they
that
do
is
this
wild.
and that.
All
But you
of,
listen
that's
to
what we
it.
glorify. That's what we. I don't glorify. You've never seen me glorify.
But you
though.
listen to it.
If I listen to it, it's like on my chill.
Damo, you
lonesome.
listen to it and you
I
rock
do,
the words.
but I
You
don't
feel it.
glorify
Hold on.
it. I
How
don't
you know you
glorify
listen to it
it.
though?
Cause I know.
How you know though?
Wait, no. How do you know?
Yeah, how you know?
First of all, then when you sit in here and name your favorite
no, no,
artists,
no.
And
who
who
are
are
your
they?
favorite
Who are
artists?
my favorite artists?
You always say
Tupac.
Savage. You always say name.
Oh no, I said.
You always name.
Oh, I don't. Oh, you talking about from the city that's coming up?
Period, though.
I mean, I'm still young. I'm not no nerdy mother. You hear me? I'm still in reality.
It is what it is.
But I don't glorify
That's the
it.
culture.
You never seen me glorify, have you?
Damo, you
Have
be
you?
into
It's good
it.
to see y'all two doing
Have y'all ever?
Stop.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
For real,
Cause
man.
he's
You ask any of y'all. I think I got the video. I'm gonna try to send it
And
to
I
you.
like all their music. Their music is fine.
If you
but
come in my
you
class,
listen to it,
if you
so
come in
I
my,
wanna
but
hear
listen though, it's a part. I'm conscious minded about what it can do to me, to you. So I'm not gonna have my youngest listen to it. If you come in my class, Starting from 2 years ago, you asked all the young ladies in my class, who, if Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, any of these ladies that be talking crazy, come on the radio, they gonna look at me and say, oh, Mr. Dom, because I don't play that. We ain't playing. I'm not glorifying
Until
it to
you
them.
get off of work.
My youngest not listening to no Savage with me.
So at the end of the day.
But you're not
in the youth,
understanding
though,
though.
so
I'm not putting it in nobody's mind.
Yeah.
I'm grown enough to
But
know
that artist
right
is,
from wrong.
and that artist is bigger than you, so they have a bigger influence.
Who said they
on
not bigger than me?
kids.
Look, rap. Just because you rap and all that, don't mean you bigger than nobody else.
Go. Don't mute Domo.
I don't see
gosh,
celebrities.
I'm sad.
I don't see that celebrity stuff. If I see a rapper, I'll do a human
they
just like
brand
me.
and them as it
Says
like
who?
they're reaching more youth than you are.
I bet
That's
you
what
they
I'm
not,
saying.
and not in a positive way. A lot of them not in a positive way.
Who you reaching, Domo? Other than who you reaching?
Come on now. I've reached a lot of youngers. Not even on the
in the city, yes, you might have owls, but come on now, Cardi B is worldwide.
I don't know,
You
And
know
that's
what I'm
why it's a
saying?
problem.
It's not a lot of using everywhere. So
But
at the end
it
of the
kind of
day,
is though. They just don't get that recognition. You only know me because y'all know me.
no, I know niggas that's like you too. You're
Oh,
not the
yeah.
only one. I'm just saying it's
only one
rare.
Dom Roto.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Damo kind of got a point though,
Damo,
because Damo is with
Damo.
that person personally. He has more of an impact in their life than Cardi B or whoever rapper you like. That rapper,
Come on, man.
they just
Come
gonna
on, my
rap.
father
that-
has a big impact on me, and I'm still going to listen to Cardi B, and I'm still going.
You're
to
grown.
Your family, man. I
You
like
grown,
your
though.
family. You got some good videos.
I definitely do. Like,
hold you,
You
man.
grown though.
uncle
even
is my
as
man.
a
You were
youngin',
6, 7 years old, and
I would never
Nah.
walk around doing that. 6,
Nah.
7, I was in cheerleading and
my daughter now
activities.
goes. Let me tell
And
you
listening
something.
to who my mom listened to, like Mary J. Blige and stuff
Exactly.
But-
That's the key, though.
That's
So all
the
he's
key.
saying, y'all
I
kinda
grew up
say the
on
same
Saturdays,
thing.
my mother bumping Low and Hill,
All he's
cleaning.
saying is that he
stuff
never
like
listened to the type of music that he listened to in private
Imagine us-
around impressionable minds.
Imagine in the 90s, the 80s, 90s, your mother, she cleaning, listening to Savage and all these.
Walk down with the sticks. Walk down with the stick.
Come on, man. And they the same age as our parents was back then. Times are different. I'm telling you, like, times are different, man. I'm telling you. It's totally different.
Hey, he in the chop,
360.
running around and bust it.
My mother was like 30 when I was young for real. She wasn't listening to
So
no.
what do y'all think about WAP?
The
video?
I didn't even see the video.
I like the
I'm never
video.
gonna see
Well, I
the
know
video.
what I really think.
I feel like it fits them.
I tell Megan.
And I feel like it was a good collaboration with them because
Megan,
that's
get her
what they
some
do
style,
and that's
man.
how they talk. And I feel like, yeah, it was a good visual. It was good though. It was
It's the
real
quote, ain't
entertainment wise.
It's the
it was
quoting
nice.
of the song for me
WAP.
because anybody can
Wow.
say it,
That's
but can you
wild,
prove
bro.
it?
That's the facts right there. Because we hear a lot of
I'm
that.
not expecting that though.
We hear a lot of that.
Can you?
We hear a lot of
I
that.
seen this song, the lyrics, everybody
Yeah.
taking their little lines and putting their story and all that. But
Oh.
where are your
You
car
listen to it
facts?
I like it.
We
I
need
probably
proof.
never listened to it. For
You
real.
know what I'm saying? When you go buy a car, you get the blue book value.
Who
You
did
get
like a funny
There's a lot of
story?
sandpaper out here.
Safari.
Yeah, a lot of them. And no, Davey Ruffin was funny too. He
Davey is
he said
hilarious,
that's like
yeah.
he thought he was listening to porn stars.
I think A-Pop did one too.
He took in the water.
It was crazy. But while we talking about comedians, can I shout out my favorite comedian right now?
Yeah.
This is my client too. Shout out Auntie, and
Cameron?
Auntie at B-Stay.
Oh.
Our Auntie from here.
Oh.
And her daughter Nay, they tearing TikTok up. Hopefully Trump don't ban TikTok because they reached almost 250K followers in like a month on
That's
TikTok.
what's up.
They loving her. Like her food is phenomenal. They
Yeah, her
funny.
food like that.
It's wholesome family. Like you could watch it with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
Auntie came a
it's
long way too.
like I'm so happy for her family and what's about to happen for you know what I'm saying all of us. But it's a beautiful thing. She was on Channel 9 News. Of course they had to do the Zoom because of the COVID.
Corona.
Yeah, but she make ice cream, everything like. So if you don't follow her, it's Auntie at B-Stay on TikTok and Instagram, and I think it's Auntie B-Stay or at B-Stay on Twitter.
Auntie is a real one. She pulled up real live on me and gave me her what was it, the black pepper steak.
Got the pepper steak. I
Yeah,
almost
pepper
fought him
steak.
for that pepper steak. I was so mad. I called her immediately.
In the rain, it was
Pull up
raining
on
and
me,
all
man.
that.
I
She
need
pulled
some
up
of
on
that. I
me,
need to try that.
and she gave me her ice cream too.
Look,
Ice
he's talking
cream
about, I
like
need to
that.
try some of
I
that.
need to try that. Pull up on me.
Yeah.
And Auntie be making that work. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Auntie be working.
That's what's up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out Auntie, man. But
Shout out
nah,
Auntie.
all the time, man. Besides all that, man. Besides all that, man.
Next topic.
we're gonna talk about this right here. So speaking, after we just came from that discussion, No Savage, recently spoke out, about the situation. He said he was I believe he was shot or whatever. And JG Riff spoke out because he was just like, bro, it's your time. It's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Not getting to that, real too detailed into it, but he was like, man, we not regular people no more. We gotta move different. Can't be on the block no more like how you used to. Practically famous now. And he just called it out like out of love. You know what I'm saying? Not out no cloud chasing. Cause I just knew it was. You know what I'm saying?
I got something to say about that.
Yeah.
This is for y'all out there. If you are an artist, comedian, actor, whatever you do in this area, and you are starting to reach a level of you're rising above like the average person, and you're starting to reach that local celebrity, borderline about to break through past the local celebrity to national celebrity, worldwide celebrity, you cannot care what people in the hood or people on the internet's opinions are of you protecting yourself and your family. You can't, I don't care if people gonna judge you, oh, he got rich and left the hood. Who is rich and still in the hood? It doesn't go together. People who are millionaires don't live in housing projects. It doesn't make sense. They live in mansions or upscale condominiums somewhere safe. You know what I'm saying? You move your people, you could do for your community. You can't do for your community if you die in your community.
Facts.
Them same people don't want to, they say they want to see you win, but secretly people envy. It's a smile on the outside, on the inside they envious because they want what you got. They want what you're about to get. And they can't stand, some people can't stand to see you make it. Some people are really genuinely cheering you on. Some people can't stand to see you make it. Them same, just think about ball players who keep their friends and all that from the hood. Then one goofy dude do something crazy. They're not going to say him. They're going to say, if it's Kevin Durant, they're going to say, associate of Kevin Durant did X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go with the bigger name. They're going to look for any reason to tear you down. Or if you chilling in the hood and something happens, just like that situation, they're going to say the biggest name. They're not going to place the blame on the people who did whatever, or they're not going to point the finger at them. They're going to point the finger at the bigger name because you was there, or your name was attached to that, you know what I'm saying, that situation. So once you reach a level, like look at Shy, look at Wale, they have moved to LA, people was moving to Atlanta, people, you got to move. It's okay to go away. It's okay to go away, yeah, man, free trail. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish bro would have just, you know what I'm saying? You want to be real. You want people to see you like, man, I'm real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you do a lot. Like, the hood will tell you, like, he do a lot for his people. There's no question. But you can't help your people when you remove from the situation because you the big dog. You the bag. They gotta protect the bag. So if I gotta protect the bag by saying, look, bro, you gotta get out of here. We gonna hold this down until you can, because you don't gotta take us with you for real. I want to see you win regardless. If you can't get me out the hood, because everybody's not gonna get in position to take everybody with them. It's just real. Maybe your immediate family, you might be able to, the couple little people in your circle. Unless you get multi-millions, you touching like Jeff Bezos type money, you're not gonna be able to help everybody. But people should not be expecting somebody to make it just so they can help them. Right. If you really care about that person, you really love that person, you really want to see them win, if Giselle get a modeling contract right now, get the fuck on.
Yeah, that's it.
Go to New York, where the fashion shit is at. Go to LA, where the fashion shit is at. Go over to Spain and France and all that, where the fashion is, Paris and all that, where it's about fashion. When you doing music, go to where music is popping. Go to Atlanta, move to LA, move to New York. You got to get out of the city. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget what people, I want to curse, but forget what people say. Forget their opinions of you. Be successful for yourself and your family. You are your number one asset. You got to protect yourself at all times. Because if you got children, who gonna take care of your children when you gone? You know what I'm saying? If you the ticket to change your people's life, do it.
Even if you do got children, you know how people be like, you might have somebody to take care of your child, but nobody gonna do it how you specifically want it. Like, I don't think people be thinking like that. Like, they just be moving too careless. Like, I hate it. Like,
Even with me, I always be getting on my ass.
Like you move
stay away.
too loose.
Cause I'm
don't
just
be on his ass.
Like to you know, it might feel like you.
I be on his line about doing the right thing. Like, look, you gotta move a certain way. You not, you know, yeah, you're a blogger and people feel some type of way about things you post and things you say, and it's not personal. You don't hate these people. You just doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I really don't.
But people take it personal and they say certain things or they carry themselves a certain way.
Why are you looking at me like I post something about you? What's up? You got some animosity or something?
Oh, I don't care about nothing you post about me. But I'm just saying.
That's real though.
Nah.
I don't care. It ain't that deep
the
for
same
me.
thing. Once Damo reach a certain level coaching wise, I tell him the same thing. He know.
Yeah,
but I'm still gonna tell you. Even if you know I care about somebody, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like,
even now, for real, I'm just a regular dude for real, but I still gotta. Still watch how I move.
That's the same thing how I be feeling. I feel like, man, I'm about to just go get something to eat, man. You know.
And that's why I be so surprised that people be like, yeah, I see what you're doing. They be surprised. I still look at myself, and I still am.
I still look at myself. Like
people recognize us, bro. We go out, like people be seeing me, and it's people recognize me from the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but with elevation comes some type of separation for real. Once you elevate to a certain point, like for instance, when I graduated high school, and I went to Morgan, I left, and then that kind of opened up a different side of my mind. Like, damn, it's bigger than just my city. It's bigger than just go bouncing around, being mad all the time. So with that came separation. I couldn't continue to do the same things I used to do. I couldn't come back home, still be cooling wherever I'm cooling at. Every go 24/7 now. And especially now, once you get about 28, 29, you kind of establishing your image for real. You got to separate. You can't just be cooling around the way for no reason.
Yeah, right.
Nah, that's crazy. That's nonsense. You got to help yourself or your family.
I mean, I think sometimes it just be like, man, you know, like they be feeling like some people some people don't. Most people want to still put on that image, but some people feel like, man, I'm still the same dude.
Nah, that's facts.
You still the same.
That's facts though.
Yeah.
when you gotta. I know what's the saying? Don't let money change you.
Yeah.
Listen, a certain amount of money is going to not. You shouldn't change as a person, but you have to change
yourself.
Exactly. You gotta change things. Things are going to change. You know what I'm saying? There's no way if I'm touching $1 million, I'm not living in no apartment. Things around me are going to change. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, shout out IDK. I'm going to start making investments, buying land and doing stuff, and I'm not going to be doing it from Southeast. I'll always come back. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I want rich people live around rich people. That's it.
I always said, like, if
Calabasas, they neighbors is like, they rich people live around rich people.
There's no way you're going to be able to be stuck the same way you've been your whole life. Like, I be feeling like anybody who say, I don't like when people like you got Hollywood or you changed. Like,
that's so wild.
When we were created, like, we wasn't made to stay the same. If that was the case, I'd still be a baby. Like, my body wouldn't grow. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were made to grow. We were made to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody who feel a way about me changing or moving up, it's like you hating on me. Like, you don't want to see me better. Like, you don't want to see somebody better. Like, I would never say, oh, you Hollywood now. Like, I respect that. Like, I respect
not the
that
same Giselle that I met when I first met you. You came a long way. I ain't saying you was bad then. You just matured and you've done a lot of things different from that person.
She been taking notes from Damo Road. That's all.
No, I have not.
Listen to what I've been saying.
Insert comment here.
All these episodes.
Comments coming in 3, 2, 1.
She started listening.
3, 2, 1.
That's the comments for me. I love it.
And let me clear one thing. Nobody fell out. So don't be commenting.
Oh yeah, I wish I screenshotted who said that.
Everybody fell out. Everybody just got busy, man.
Yes.
The comment that it was a wild comment.
You seen it?
Comment on what?
It was on the page about
chat.
Oh, the one y'all said?
Yeah, nobody fell out to clear the air.
Comments
I read comments. Yeah. No, it was somebody was telling.
Yeah, they was commenting on a random post. We had none. Yeah. I remember.
They wanted the show, man.
Yeah, they wanted the show back. The show was back though.
Me and David Hoodz and Newz fighting in September.
Yeah, dropped this last episode.
Man,
I'm gonna whoop him for the culture, y'all.
Yo, what me? Yeah.
What else, y'all?
Oh, we need to talk about it. Oh, we never got a chance to talk about it. Big Worth. Yeah,
shout out Big Worth for
shout out Big Worth, man.
Big
and
Worth.
Sandy. And Sandy. That's my dog
Big
too.
Worth, he was throwing some. Yeah, I think Sandy is in better overall fighting shape because he's been fighting more like boxing. Like to box, people don't know. Like you got to be in boxing shape. You know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely do.
Sandy had more fights, and like Big Worth could have been knocking dudes out in the hood. And they like, yeah. It's like he got more of a boxer, not a street fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it was but Big Worth gave him some go. I ain't gonna hold
Big Worth.
It was more slips and falls than him actually getting knocked out. I ain't even gonna we gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? For what I saw, y'all, somebody else got.
Big Worth did have that cut on his head.
Yeah, I mean, but that come with it. You know, it don't even take a hard punch. It just a grazing punch could cut you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I gotta give respect because he wasn't like that bluffing dude ran.
Nah, he really fought. He
really fought. He ain't like the nah. He really.
The dude that ran that was whack, man. Made the South look bad.
Hurry.
Yeah, man. Now he out. I think they bought him for the South. I think he been out VA and shit, man.
Oh, nah. Cool. Let him stay out there.
He said, let's stay out there, though, man. But nah, so just going back to what you were just saying, man. You know, if y'all don't know, Chicago rapper FBG, Doug, you know, was killed. You know, in downtown Chicago. I don't care. I'm from 63rd.
And I'm not from 63rd.
Stop the
I'm from 63rd.
Now let's talk about that, right?
I'm from 63rd.
I watched, because you know how Vlad, like, once it's relevant content, he'd bring back an old interview, right? So after Shorty got killed, they brought back an old interview when he was saying he'd already got shot on 2 separate occasions in Chicago and then proceeded to say that he wasn't going to leave Chicago. So that goes back to my point. But I'm just telling you, if you from our city, or you from Maryland, or you from Virginia, and you buzzing as an artist, and you sign a deal, and you going to the next level, roll out. Just go. Because you never know. I don't care. He had his gun on him. You know what I'm saying? The gun jammed. Listen, man. Ain't nothing in this world perfect except for the creator. That's it. Guns jam. You know what I'm saying?
We seen
you can miss your target. He died with the gun.
It was the safety. It was the safety on that one.
Oh my God.
He couldn't get the safety off.
Man, that man was. He was
dancing.
That guy there.
Shaky shooter.
As soon as he shot, he looked like he shot his first gun. Like this is the first time ever in his life. Like,
it was the safety. It was the safety.
I finally got it.
He was trying to get it all. It was the safety. Y'all didn't
you know,
see
wow,
it.
And as funny as it is, that's the same place the little younger got killed at too.
Who?
The little 11-year-old. As
funny
really?
That's what that's
because of wild ass niggas like him. And I laughed. I ain't gonna lie. I first saw it, I laughed, but I'm like, man, yeah, it's hilarious. But then when you think about it, like,
it's only hilarious because he
we gotta add that video to this.
It's kind of crazy how.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it and send it to affiliates because y'all gotta see it. So for that shit, see it, so y'all know what we talking about. We gotta put the video in this episode.
It's like world's funniest video.
What episode is this? What number is this?
It's only funny because nobody was harmed. Like, if somebody was harmed, it wouldn't have been funny.
It's kind of crazy how the media desensitizes us to stuff like this. Like, it's normal to see people just getting shot, people losing their lives, people guns jamming, and people just be laughing on the internet and just commenting like it's normal. Like, really think about it. Like, have somebody that's not from our society, like a Caucasian from somewhere that's well off, they come to our society and really see people dying, 11-year-olds dying. Like, this is not normal. Like, you see how crazy like this is?
I'm sorry,
like,
this happens everywhere.
No, but listen though, like, this is not normal. Like,
it's not normal, but it happens everywhere, frequently.
But listen to me. Us experiencing death like how we experience it, it's all for a reason, but it is not normal. I had a white friend. Dad, you lost your first family member, your first person at you was 13, 12. That's crazy. Like, this is not normal. It's kind of seem normal to us, but
it's not normal to different races, but it's normal to different states and countries. This is normal. Like, in Mexico, they getting their heads chopped off.
But people, you're not understanding where I'm coming from.
You said people,
but listen though, the way we are murdering each other, it is not normal. This is not. When I'm saying this is not normal, it's normal. You're not. Listen to understand. Listen to understand though. Listen to understand. People die every day. You walk outside, get die. The way we are killing each other, It's normal because it's normal now, of course. But
what's not normal? Black on black crime. I'm trying to figure out what's not normal.
People
killing and dying.
The way
is
we
normal.
doing it though, it's genocide for real. By our hands, by a lot of hands. This should not be normal.
I just
life.
Can't get with that because when
Like,
I listen to my mother talking, my father talking, my grandmother talking,
I'm coming from a whole different side.
Time out.
This is not normal.
So y'all on the same page. Hold on. So let me break it down to what he's saying. If you go to a private school in a neighborhood that's not predominantly black, right? And they go from kindergarten all the way to high school. They probably never lost a friend to murder.
11-year-old got killed.
Now in a black community,
it's normal for us.
Us from kindergarten to high school. Think about how many friends or people that we knew that we lost to gun violence. That's what he's saying.
It's the race. Is what you're saying because
you're not.
That's the only thing. It's like the race. That's the only thing because Mexicans kill horribly.
That's not
Jamaicans
normal.
kill horribly.
Listen to what you're saying. All minorities.
All of them were related.
All minorities.
When we talk about DC to like Jamaican people, they be like, "Oh, that's nothing."
I'm just into an argument though. Like I just wanted this to be a convo. Like
I'm just saying, like what's not normal? I'm trying to figure out.
It's all minorities because it was set up that way, but it's not a normal way of life. It's not normal. I'm not going to accept it as normal. It happens, of course, it's normal, but I'm not talking about the normal definition of normal. The way we are dying is not normal. You got lead in our communities. You got guns being dropped off in different areas. Ain't no guns being dropped off in all these other communities. Ain't nobody. It's a lot of stuff. Like I can go in. I try not to say too much without saying. You feel me? But this is not normal. Like the way it's been set up. Crack in our communities. The 80s. It was the 90s epidemic where they was locking everybody up. The Clintons was behind mass incarceration. Like all of this that goes into our minority communities is not normal. It was made to be normal, and that's how fucked up we are as a people, minority people, melanated people. This is not normal. We shouldn't be losing people at the rate we are losing. We are because it's normal now. We're conditioned to it being normal. But this is not normal. This is not real way of how life should be. You just lose at.
I know one thing.
9-year-olds crying because they're losing a teammate.
That was a shock.
Oh my God.
But you should know it. But it was a shock. When I went to jail, bro, I ain't saying I ain't see no white people, right? But until I made it all the way to the camp. I only saw minorities. DC jail, pretty much all black. You see maybe one or two white people. You can know cowboy. You know what I'm saying? You can name the white dudes that be locked up over DC jail. It's not a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then I left there, went to Wackenhut. Then when I went to West Virginia, that's when I started to see white people that was incarcerated, but it was all white collar crimes. So it's like what he's saying, like. We are desensitized to something because it's the way we grew up. We grew up like it's our normal,
it's our culture,
but it's not music, normal to the world. You know what I'm saying? But then just that's like I was talking about the bombing. Y'all seen that bombing that happened? I think it was Beirut. That's not our normal though. I don't know about going outside and just somebody about a landmine or a suicide bomb or nothing like that. Yeah, that's their normal.
That's their normal to them though. But that's not normal.
They gotta actually look around and make sure.
Everybody got a normal. But overall, the majority of the world is a civilized, like regular citizens. Like they don't know people who, do the things that we know people. I ain't want to say, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Think about how far we came since the '60s generation. How every generation gets different in an aspect. For real, it's kind of crazy. For real,
it's new generation.
And it depends on how the next generation, the young boy fans, on how they gonna be if we don't put our hands on
generation.
It's different, bro.
It's different. I think it's a lot. Bro. And then you just brought up something about the mass incarceration thing. I think what happened with this generation is that a lot of our fathers, like a lot of them fathers and stuff like that generation got incarcerated and they couldn't really guide them in the right place.
And now you're looking at the effects of it, bro.
Yeah, now you're looking at the effects. You know what I'm saying?
So look at what we fought with this generation. How are they gonna be? How this generation, the 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds gonna be?
Are you gonna raise your child to be different from this generation, or raise your child how to survive in the generation that they're going to be?
You can teach them how to survive, but be different. For instance, my good man Charlie, he has his own business called Community Connoisseurs, and it's a guy that works with him, and he has a son. His son is going to Harvard, so it's Ruquan that's going to Harvard. Shout out to him. And then it's another young man that's going to Harvard. And he's from this area. He's from Southside, but he's raised totally different.
Right.
Like you gotta live. You gotta grow up in reality, public schools, all that. But they ain't gonna be out here playing. Not with a father like me that's hip. I ain't gonna be no green father.
Man, facts.
But they gotta have reality.
Right. Yeah, man. So we gonna talk about this right here. We go nasty start day only. Oh, hold on, I forgot. Reason why Elway here right now. Elway had to step off.
Wait, tell me something. You said reason why Elway here right now.
Correction. The reason why Elway is not here right now is because he had to step off. You know, he had to step off. You know, he got to do something. You know, you got to deal with a lot. So, you know, he had to step off and stuff like that. We respect that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad he made it and he was here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Elway, man. That's my dog. Anyway.
That's my dog.
Yeah. Anyway, Rico Nancy just started a OnlyFans. That's why I want Elway here with this conversation. That should be funny as hell, man. Damn. But, how y'all feel about that shit right there, man?
Dubbo. You know how Dubbo feel about OnlyFans?
I mean, what's she doing it for?
I don't know. It seems like the biggest.
John cooling. It's music based.
She gonna show all toes on that motherfucker, man. She ain't even. Y'all think y'all about to see some. Y'all think y'all about to see some.
He use it for a lot of things.
Y'all think y'all about to. Y'all think y'all about to.
Face is so funny. He talking about toes. He talking about some.
Y'all think y'all gonna see some wild. Y'all think y'all gonna see some wild, whatever that shit called. Like, nah, y'all gonna see all toes. She'll be dancing with a motherfucker, little kitty cat, little hat thing. Like, she'll be doing some weird shit on her OnlyFans. And motherfuckers gonna pay for that shit. I'm telling you. She gonna probably make $250,000 first day.
$250,000.
I feel like she gonna make endless money because people all want to buy it to figure out what is she doing on OnlyFans.
That's a sweet finesse. If you got a buzz like that, that's a sweet finesse.
Let's get everybody to buy it.
You ain't gotta post nothing.
Right, because they're gonna buy it just
it's
to
the
see.
surprise for real, because you don't see what's being posted right before you pay.
Nope.
Okay, nope. You gotta pay to see it.
That's a sweet finesse.
Yeah, because it was just like how the girl, what was her name? Ruby Rose?
Ruby Rose.
And she basically got 100 bands first 2 days off of just posting.
Hey, I follow Boosie. I see he got a little OnlyFans.
Oh my God, his OnlyFans, yo.
He be promoting this.
His OnlyFans. He said his OnlyFans gonna have everything times 5.
I believe him, because he be like, but you don't have for $1,000.
Yeah.
I know he gonna be on OnlyFans just doing stuff. Like, right. I'm gonna have to find.
He said on the Vladimir, he said, man, he gonna have the red camera. That's gonna be high quality.
Oh, I'm watching it.
I ain't paying for that shit.
I'm paying for that. I'm paying to watch Boosie OnlyFans because he's the big, like.
I don't think it's him though. It's like girls.
Yeah, it's gonna be
with him.
Baddies. Nah, they call it Boosie Baddies or something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't in it. It's just.
He's gonna be in
He
the
He said he gonna be the coach though.
Instagram.
He said he gonna be the coach though. He gonna be the background like, do that for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, but he's not in the videos though.
But he there though, like. How? He said he gonna be in the back of the video saying like coaching him up.
It's just like he got his own little platform.
I'm gonna pay for it and see, and I'm gonna let y'all know how it goes.
I don't know.
Cause I'm curious.
Tune into the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Cause I'm curious to know.
OnlyFans, man. That's
what
crazy.
else?
Man, that's crazy, man. I don't know. This level is simple. I've been really kind of quiet about OnlyFans, but there's a lot of simping going on, man. God damn, man. It's simping on 2020, man.
Would you make your OnlyFans?
What the fuck I'm gonna show?
Your stomach. Normal.
What? I had to stop and think about that shit. Like, what? Hell no. I ain't
you
got
can
nothing.
finesse that so many ways. Like, if I had like a crazy buzz or something, to be like a speaker or something sweet, I'd do that jump. Yeah. Like a basketball player, you can have your OnlyFans with your trainer. You can do so much with that.
Because I don't think it was ever made to sell naked bodies. I think it was made for another purpose. It just became
just culture and people.
Yeah, it just became that.
Sweet lick for people.
Yeah, man. I think it just became something else it was supposed to be. But nah, though, man. Whole time, man. So, whole time, what's the next discussion, y'all? I'm just like tired of shit, so I'm just like trying to figure out what the fuck was the next discussion.
The BG stuff.
You said the what?
BG, the sports.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
I don't know.
This was the other discussion right here, man. So, Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony. That's her name, right? Like, yeah, Tokyo Tony, man. She was walking around Forest Creek.
How old is she with that name?
Oh,
for real.
I'll be having something smart to say about everything. Like,
You know what I mean?
just because you got your real name up, don't be everybody else don't have to have
Tokyo Tony.
That might be her name, though.
I'm smacking on my men. Whoever called it Tokyo Tony. Miss Tony. She like 40, 50 years old, talking about some Tokyo Tony. Never been to Tokyo. Don't even own a PlayStation or a game.
How you know she been to Tokyo?
She ain't got no Game Boy or nothing.
This nigga know it's terrible.
I'm talking about Tokyo. That sounds like a stripper name.
You is mad at that lady's name.
I think she used to dance too.
Tokyo.
She
Wow.
did. She used to dance. She
So
used
the
to be a
mother-
stripper.
So the mother was a dancer, and then Black China became a dancer.
Yes.
Damn. But she was just walking around Forest Creek, and I understand, I'm doing stuff. But she was around Forest Creek passing out flies on people's cars. For
Yeah, she
real.
brought Rob Kardashian to Chopper City, so
You know what I'm saying?
Daughter did.
no.
Now she brought
Tokyo and
Tokyo
Black
brought
China.
Black China took her uptown. She took her around KDY. I remember that video went viral. That picture just went viral. But you said Tokyo took him around where? Chopper City.
Yeah, you know that's where she's from. She's from that side, like Alabama, whatever that is right there. Not Alabama, Good Hope. Good Hope side. She's from around that side. Black China with the Anacostia.
Yeah. Again, she went to Anacostia, then she went to Oxon Hill, right? I think that's what it was.
Well, I don't know about all of that, but
Yeah. But nah, like the whole time though, like, I'm sorry, like, if that's my mother and I'm like super, super famous, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like right now, if somebody knew who my mother was and stuff like that, I just honestly, personally, I get it. Your mama a real one. You can't control anything your mama do. You know what I'm saying? But like, my mother ain't gonna be a bomber.
I could control my mother passing flies out around the creek. I don't care.
Yeah, that's one of the Maryland hoods.
As a grown man, nah, ma, we ain't doing that. You passing out CFE 20 for 20 flies. You passing out flies for around the creek.
you ignorant.
You don't even know what 20 for 20 is, you baby.
So yeah,
About 20 for 20.
Yeah, you gotta get out that discussion right there.
She don't even know what
I'ma
that
just put
stands
my
for.
glasses on and I'ma.
She put the Stevie Wonder glasses on.
Yeah,
Flash out.
Oh man. Yeah.
Damo shining.
Only 25 and up,
I'ma
though, we
let
talking
him
about
That
live
20 for 20. A clapper for the
20.
canned goods.
Clapping
Because
for
And a
Canada.
lot of y'all was in
you don't
there.
wanna do it.
I don't think I
I ain't gonna lie. I've been thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie. This Corona hit. I was thinking about I should do the 2020 clap for Canada.
Clapper for canned goods. And man, I bought some canned goods before. I wonder what happened to them Jones. They really give them away to charity or something?
I pulled up to the Market Lounge and did that the clap.
Oh, you paid for some.
Huh?
Wow.
It was 2000.
Never paid for
That's
no
what you
nothing.
bought.
2000. What was it? 2005. I was like 14, 15.
Oh, I ain't my first go-go to 07.
Yeah, 05 was it. That's when I started going to the Market Lounge. And I went to the Market Lounge. I had 2 cans. I had a bunch of cans. I'm like, how much I give with this? Like $12. Bet. Gave them a bunch of motherfucking
Ooh,
cans.
y'all was really clapping for canned goods, clapping for Santa, clapping for Obama. Y'all clapping
It's the
for
clapper for
everybody.
Obama for me.
I'm surprised y'all ain't clapping for Jehovah yet. Where y'all?
Wow.
This country going.
No, did y'all
Wow,
see the
people.
post about the boy? He was like, it's not funny, but he was like, he was at the cookout and he was under the car with a Muslim, and the nigga was like, he would start praying to Jesus. Did y'all see?
Oh, man.
He said the nigga started saying, "Cover me in the shed of your blood." He said,
Oh, man.
"Dog." I thought that was you who posted that.
Nah, it was not.
It was another lit page who posted it though.
You talking about the shootout?
Yes, a person wrote that and like a big platform reposted it, but I forgot who it was. I think it was
This was 2010. I would have believed it. That's when everybody was turning Muslim.
Yeah.
Everybody was fake Muslim, wearing the
Everybody was
koofies,
Muslim. Everybody Muslim. The Muslim trend.
bringing their little mats to school. I remember all that.
Oh man, I remember all that too, man. We had a lit, man. I ain't gonna lie. We had probably the most lit.
Era
I was just
of
saying.
house, middle
I'm just
school, high
saying,
school.
like, bro, like y'all youngins ain't got nothing on our generation, bro.
I'm about
And y'all-
28, so my 14 years old to 21 year old life was crazy. It was wild though, but it wasn't like now for real. They couldn't have go-go's now, like how these youngins going right now.
All age go.
Like the way they are mentally though, it couldn't be all age go-go's and things. They much wilder. I ain't gonna say they
like I said, I
different
just
now.
think I just think their moral standpoint is just.
It's a little different.
It's a little different. Guns came out last, you know.
I mean, you had instances real, but if anything, you was fighting.
Yeah, you was fighting first.
You was fighting.
Because you couldn't bring the gun. You couldn't, like, you know, it took a lot. This nigga.
Man, I would say people get hit with stop signs at the manor. People sneaking brass knuckles into the clubs.
Ooh, I remember that.
Now people just sneaking. People walk around with Dracos and oh my god, crazy stuff.
A youngin' not even 18. He can go around with a whole semi-automatic.
That Chicago rap scene.
Ooh.
From like 2012 to like Chief Keef and them, it really like affecting this generation. I'm crazy. We seeing like the effects of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's Young Boy with Chief Keef and them was, and all these other rappers.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
You gonna be like Rod Wave, man. Just go cry over. I'd rather you cry over the woman than shooting the woman.
Facts.
I can't listen to Rod Wave. He always whining and shit. At least he ain't talking about shoot him up, bang bang.
How do y'all feel about everybody comparing DC right now to what Chicago is?
I get what people saying.
I see it.
I see it.
It's the same now.
I see it with a limitation though, because it's still DC.
It is, but a lot of our culture, a lot of our youngers, they losing it, and they catering more to that Chicago side. Yeah. Chicago still being Chicago, but we say the after effects of the go-go dying, everybody kind of Chief Keef era, the videos, all your men, guns, no woman. It's this and ops, like people saying ops and fool and this and dead, man. Yeah. Like we would have never done nothing stupid. This and dead people back in the day, bro. What?
People with music videos, nah.
If I would have heard you did somebody else dead, man, back in the day, we would have looked at you like, oh nah, so, you tripping? Like, nah, we don't do that. It could be a rival hood, you beefing with anything. We ain't doing that.
This and the dead, that wasn't really our thing.
Smoking on. What? How disrespectful is that?
It's Domo Road.
You hear me?
Don't do that.
It was real different. It was real different. Like, I don't know. It's just real different. Like, I don't know, but it is DC though. DC's still a crazy city. So I think that Chicago, that Chicago influence kind of boosts that.
You see it, bro.
You see it. But DC already was crazy.
It was
crazy. DC was crazy.
It had a little moment where it wasn't as drastic as it is like today right now. It had a little 2-3 years where it was like I was still crunchy, but it wasn't like crunchy.
I think it was that one little period when it was only like 80, 90 homicides.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Now it's crazy.
Yeah. Back, man. This city crazy.
We gotta do something, man.
Crazy. And it's just like no levels of limitations, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You know, just no levels of limitations.
We scared to have some kids right now. I'm telling you. Yeah, on my own, at least.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Giselle, man, because her ass been stuck on that phone all day long. Looking at herself.
New generation. You can't put it down.
Oh my gosh. First of all, this is somebody who be on his phone all the time. And Domo,
I don't always
we know you don't be on the phone.
Exactly.
Allegedly.
I be on my phone because it's my business. You know?
I don't.
So do I.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do I.
Yeah, man.
People are talking to me right now.
So, but you handle the business, so people talking to you outside of your business don't matter.
And if it's business, they do matter.
Not while you handling business.
Domo, you're talking. So
why you leave me here by myself, man? God damn.
Because Domo, like, we was doing good, and this is what I be saying. Like, I can't be nice to him. Like, he get on my nerves. What are you again? What's your son?
Aquarius.
I
mean, a real nigga.
Taking me down.
Man, but yeah, we're going to talk about the sports. So we're going to talk about what's going on with the Washington football team.
Yeah, y'all see them New Jersey, too. They like that.
Let me see.
They like that.
So I think they're going to be winning. I think they're going to win. I think everybody going to be Washington fans all of a sudden.
We released Darius Geist. He had got some. It was found that he strangled. I don't know if it was a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, or whatever it was. But like on Friday, he strangled her. And some crazy stuff. Yeah. So you know we changing the culture for us. So it's no questions asked. Especially with all this stuff we going through, the name change and the charges they trying to put on our employees. Nah, you gone. We about to be solid though. Stay tuned. You hear me? Super Bowl. Next 2 years. Dwayne Haskins. MVP of the league. Daniel Jones. Who?
The Washington football team. We need that name.
I like it. I like how they branded it now. I like the new numbers on The numbers on the helmet, I like
I'm
it.
sorry, we still need.
I'm not married to the name Redskins. I'm married to the culture. We still burgundy and gold. They would have changed the colors. I probably would have been sick. Would have cried in the car. Cried in the car.
I ain't gonna lie though. I still ain't feeling that name. I need a new name though.
I like it for real.
You don't like that one?
Hell no, the Washington football team.
I like it.
The hell. Like something. Give me something, man. God damn.
Yeah. Y'all see the shout out to my boy Sway. Sway 121 on Instagram. The best Redskins guy on Instagram. The jersey looks sweet, man. I like it.
Man, but yeah, man. I'm tired. I don't know about y'all. Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about?
That's it.
We good? We good to go? Got shout outs.
Can't do that. Shout out.
Normal no shout outs tonight? I'm shook.
Oh, shout out to Shelly, man. She got her own place, man. Only 1 month in Atlanta and got her own spot already, man. Shout out to Shelly, man. That's what I wanted to get. That was
Y'all didn't talk about who signed deals.
Oh, yeah, Savage.
Yeah, Savage got that 300
Savage, man.
entertainment.
That's what's up.
Yeah, 300 entertainment.
Hottest young in the city. I told y'all he was. Shorty it. Stay out the way, son, because you.
Stay out the way.
You just like he. I don't know if he know. He probably don't know it because he's still him. He's still young. He's still in his situation. But Shorty, you the sound of DC, son. For real, like. And that's everything. You the sound of our city for real right now. When my good men from out of town, New York, all these people I know from out of town, they ask who y'all look. I send them your playlist I got, son.
That's right, Damo,
For
bro.
real, Shorty got that sound that I don't know. It sounds different for real. You still hear that struggle in that shit.
Okay, and before we go, because this is Demon Hits and News, who you been listening to this past week? Who you been listening to this past week? What new music you been listening to? What new music you been listening to?
I've been listening to JG Ruff new album. And then,
Shout out to Rich, man.
yeah, Baby Nine. Been listening to Baby Nine.
He's really elevating and becoming like
Yeah, I think he really wants to
very,
be a rapper.
very mature. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't mature at first, but it's like really showing. Like, on the outside, like, you know, outside looking at you can't tell how a person is. Like, you really starting to see he's giving more. So that's
Yeah, I think now he really wants to be a rapper. I think at one point he was just doing it for the fun. But Baby Nine, you know,
Baby Nine and Tato Jug.
yeah.
They on one right now.
Shout out to little bro,
This
man.
ain't that. That ain't this. Beat up the pot that foot, your phrase.
Hey, coming up, Shorty.
Tato listen, like, Tato be sounding sweet. And Baby, and Nine too.
Tato, you better keep rapping and leave that basketball alone. You know I do you dirty, Shorty.
I love
Yeah.
it. And
Shout out to
Nine.
bro, though.
We like put up the Uzi, little Burt one right. I'm like, we gotta learn how to serve.
Now I be having them bars though.
Yes, he be giving me captions. Okay.
Like he be having bars, but you be like, oh, it just sound like a good song. But the whole time you be listening, like, dang, he got bars though. Like,
and like, okay.
but you wouldn't know because he be.
I'm waiting for the Flock
Yeah.
and Baller too. I want to hear how that's going to
Oh,
sound.
yeah, that's gonna crank.
I want to hear how that's going to
Flock,
sound.
what's the name?
Flock been
Vibes and
networking
Baller?
with everybody. Yeah, Flock been moving around. That's good. That's what's up.
Flock networking with everybody. Man.
Yes.
Working with everybody. He ain't off no
No weird
Hollywood.
stuff. Yeah, that's.
Definitely love and respect that, man.
Who else?
I've been listening. I think I said the last show. The youngest. So I've been listening to a couple people. The younger from he's from the Toga. His name Barack.
Oh, all right.
He been rapping for a while. So I was my boy
yes.
J Mo Ferrari 5.
Barack
Toga
to rap for
Finest.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's big bro right there. So shout out to 5, man. But yeah, Barack, Shorty, Crank. What's the other name?
That's the
Simi.
5'5" pretty brown eyes.
Yeah, Simi Homie from the Toga.
Yes,
Shout out to y'all,
sir.
man. Long June.
Barack Crank. So
though.
he got new music out.
I don't know. He put this snippet on Instagram today. That don't crank.
Oh.
It crank. But I also been lost in what's his name? Sklish.
Sklish.
It's that Michael Frey flow. He like
What's
that.
Flish? Did you
He
say
from
that?
Nigga Heights.
Nigga Heights.
He
Yeah.
from Nigga
Remember,
Heights.
he a clean, dirty little nigga.
I'm a clean little dirty little nigga.
Hey,
I'm a clean little dirty little nigga.
Oh, y'all gotta
That's
sit
from
down
like
and
3
read
years
that.
ago,
I didn't see
But that was 3 years
His
ago.
sound so
but his
like
new,
that, bro.
But his new sound, like now, I
It's
think he's
crazy.
elevated to compared to where he was at first.
And he dropping
Yeah.
stuff that we can see. Shout out to Sklish,
Facts.
Simi Homie, 5, all y'all, man.
Yeah, man. All the rappers.
Rock,
in the
all
city,
y'all,
man.
man. Savage.
Facts.
So all everybody love, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah, facts. Whole time, man. On the side note, without, about music, because, Damo's the one always give the shout outs and stuff like that. But now I want to shout my good man, Jay. It's me, as I knew him growing up, my man, Lil Doobie. You know what I'm saying? We grew up right there on Elm Street, Lee Joy Park side. We grew up right there. And my man, only 25. He was always younger than me, but his mind was like, I always used to hang with him because he like 7, 6 years old, but he hanging out with grown, like not grown men, but you know, kids that's older than him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like the rest of them, and like now he got a whole degree and he got his own place, fully owned. You know what I'm saying? At 25, man. That's my boy right there, man. So I had to give him a post, man. I had to give him a shout out with that one, man. Shout out my man, Lil Dude, man.
Shout out to everybody.
He ain't even little no more. He grown man, man. Big, you know what I'm saying? Big Dollar J, man. My motherfucking boy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Damo, you got any last shout outs, you know what I'm saying, you want to give to the youth and stuff like that?
Man, I mean, always think for yourself, always have somewhere to be even when you don't. That's it. And reach out. Feel me?
I don't have nothing else to say. Good night, y'all. I'm very tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Love y'all. Be safe. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Stay out them pool parties too, man.
And them cookouts.
And them cookouts.
Coming from me, a person who would go to the cookout.
Coronavirus.
No, I don't care about that.
Nah.
It's about safety now.
Safety too. But safety on both sides though.
Yeah.
Both sides. You know, wear this mask.
I ain't been wearing no mask, and I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gone though.